Hey guys, this is Anon, and a little one-off gameplay for you today in the MT-25. Between the holidays, and I've actually been under the weather lately, so I haven't been able to produce quite as much content. I still didn't quite feel up to doing a full big video, so I had this one on hand and decided to go ahead and kick it out. Actually, partially because it's timely. Very recently I did a Heartbreak series video on the MT-25 where I just missed out on a Rossini. So a little bit of a spin, and then I think just 2 days later I had this battle. I don't even remember why I was playing this tank because I don't play it very often, but but it kind of happened, so I thought it would be a good kind of independent one to show off here. And so we're on Himmelsdorf, and right off the bat, it's not looking too good. This isn't a tank that does really well on an open map like this. And so I really ideally want to work the flank, but since my team was kind of going all over the place, it's hard to know what the flank is going to be. When everything is spotted over here on the left, I go ahead and push through, and I'm hoping for some quick early spot or some easy shots on some of these weaker targets, because I'm also low tier in this battle. And that's just going to make it difficult. But my team is also dropping really quickly. I probably am waiting a little bit too long here, but I'm really just trying to get rid of this target real quick. And then luckily that pays off and can do it. So I go ahead and take the quick clip reload. A lot of it's just because looking at how this team was set up really early, I was pretty sure that we were going to be in a bad situation. And this is a tank that struggles against anything with armor with the autoloader installed. I know you can go with the one-shot gun, but for me, the whole point of this tank is this autoloader, so you kind of have to take it for the good and the bad. And I think a lot of times you'll get that good. You just, unfortunately, sometimes when you have these high-tier battles, it just means you have to shoot a lot of APCR, which is what I'm going to do a lot in this battle. So now we've gotten their attention and turned them, but unfortunately, at the same time, my team did crumble just like we thought it would. If we'd have gone ahead and pushed through this flank harder, I don't think that would have really made much difference. It's just one of those things in a situation like this. And here you can see that bad pen. Even with APCR, I'm not able to do a whole lot to this IS. But I'm trying to hang in as long as I can just because of my teammate, and they're not being very aggressive, which is good. So I'm hoping to at least take out one more tank here. This is kind of an assumed loss, I think, in this situation, but since they have a lot of low health tanks, I'm at least trying to fight through it here a little bit. So going ahead and still just spraying the APCR because I need these guaranteed pens at this point. And my one lone teammate that's alive is able to take something else out on the right. And so now I'm just kind of backing up because I'm getting pushed a little bit by the LTTB, and I need to go ahead and reload my clip. Maybe should have done it a little bit sooner, but since I was engaged with the VK, I didn't really want to risk it. By the way they're running around, I'm pretty confident they're going after my teammate, but this is kind of an odd situation that they're not pushing a little bit harder. But now that he falls, I know I'm just going to get rushed. So anytime you have these kind of 1-on-4 versus situations, and especially against tanks with a lot of health, I saw it flash up for a second that the T-29 was full health, which is going to be really challenging for this tank to get through. So anyway, I want to flip the map. Because really the only way you're going to win in this situation as a low tier tank is to separate them, and they weren't working super cohesively in general, so I was hoping that was going to happen. Also, in a lot of times when this happens, you can kind of bait them into capping, which usually will pull one or two away so you can then fight off the stuff that's chasing you. So either way, I'm just kind of spinning around. Luckily I have my health, but this is a light tank, so it's not going to get a lot of strength in that department. I can't count on bouncing a lot of shots, even though sometimes you can get a little bit of troll with it. So IS pops up in the middle and has gone cap, just the way I kind of was hoping for. And so now I'm swinging around because I'm hoping I can get maybe half a clip into him real quick, because they don't know where I am. Unfortunately, he's facing me, which is really difficult with this tank, but the IS is incredibly inaccurate, so I get a little bit of luck with that, and I'm able to go ahead and take him out fairly quickly. I'm switching a lot between AP and APCR now because I know that to win this particular battle, I'm going to need all that APCR, so it's something I have to be careful with. But the LTDB races in, and that tank is so hard to pen that I basically have to switch the APCR again because he can get pretty close to circling a light tank. It's crazy how fast those are, and especially because you miss so many shots in this autoloader that I need to stay in as close as I can because his no gun depression makes it really difficult to hit. So I'm able to get him taken out too, and now it's starting to look a little bit more real coming back from this situation. I saw the T-29 off to the side, but I know the VK is low health, super low health, maybe a 1 or 2 shot, so I needed to get rid of him as fast as possible because I'm going to need all the time I have left to deal with the T-29. So go ahead and come around, go ahead and get that kill, which is perfect. And now I have this T-29, but unfortunately he charges right at me. He's able to get that quick shot, so this is a lot of health to eat up with this, because you can see how poorly the AP pens. I don't have very good gun depression, and he does a good job of backing himself into this corner, which means it's going to be even harder. I essentially have to take the shot there, but luckily he misses. So now I've got the APCR, but I don't even have enough APCR shells left to kill him if they all pen. So now I know it's going to be challenging, and time's going to get a little bit short. So he's spinning his turret a little bit, but he is protecting his backside, which actually isn't a terrible move here, because you can see even though full gray, I still really struggle with pens, and he's able to get that other shot onto me. I thought I was a little bit more hull down, but he probably still has enough pen to get through my turret, and so now I really have to be careful because not much health is left, but luckily the turret traverse is pretty slow, and I'm trying to get that drive wheel so that he at least can't get me all the time. And now is also when I'm going to have to keep driving with a little bit more zoom on the aim in, because I can't afford to keep bouncing shots because I just don't have that much time, and it's getting a little bit iffy. It's amazing how hard it is to take out a tier 7 heavy in a tank like this, but luckily get the fire, get the rest of the shells in, and I'm able to come back with a really nice win. So I just like this one because it was another good highlight of how to use this autoloader. And actually with this great damage 3465, it makes it the current Hall of Fame score on Watt Stars, so which is always kind of cool and fun way to set the bar, especially as a low tier tank. So just kind of fun one today. I should have more coming as I start to recover a little bit, so take care guys.